Hello everybody, welcome back to another build on Spell Slam. Today we are looking at a very old archetype that you don't see too often anymore, and it goes by many names. I'm calling it eye candy because that was kind of the old school term that you used to refer to this deck, but in the past it's also gone by, is it Blitz or Nivix Fiend, I think? But I like to call it eye candy, that's because that's how it was first presented to me. So this deck is based around Kiln Fiend and Nivix Cyclops, which are actually quite similar. Nivix Fiend is a 2-mana 1/2, and it has, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Kiln Fiend gets +3/+0 until end of turn. Nivix Cyclops is a 1/4 defender for 3 mana, and it has, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Nivix Cyclops gets +3/+0 until end of turn and can attack as though it did not have defender. So that +3/+0 makes it so that if we can cast a good number of spells in the same turn, we can kill an opponent extremely quickly with these effects. In addition to these 8 creatures, we've also got 4 Delver of Secrets. Another card that's kind of fallen out of favor recently. This Delver of Secrets can absolutely still end games all by itself. It's a 1-mana 1/1, but on your upkeep, you look at the top card of your library. If it's an instant or sorcery, then you get to flip it into a 3/2 flying insectile aberration. Just a couple of these can make the game go extremely quickly, and it's not afraid to interact with some of our spells that we're about to talk about. In our spells, we have a few categories. We're going to start with our cantrips and card draw. We're starting off with 4 Preordains. So 1-mana scry 2, and then you get to draw a card. Very good at filtering through our deck. We've got 4 copies of Faithless Looting. Very good at going through our deck, and it's going to help fuel our graveyard, which is going to be useful for certain synergies. And we've also got 4 copies of Manamorphose. We're running a very red-heavy build of this deck, and so being able to filter our red mana into blue mana for the occasional blue mana that we might need is going to be very, very useful. And it also counts somewhat like a free spell because you invest that 2 mana, but you get the 2 mana back right away, and you get to draw a card, which is going to help fuel the Kiln Fiend and the Nivix Cyclops and filter our mana and draw us a card. So very, very useful card to have in this deck. In terms of aggressive cards, we have 4 copies of Lavadart, which is a 1-mana instant, and it deals 1 damage to any target. It also has a flashback of sacrificing a mountain. This card's extremely useful in this list because not only can you pitch it to Faithless Looting to get a free spell, it counts as 2 spells for only 1 mana, which means that in theory you could pump up your Nivix Cyclops or Kiln Fiend for 6 damage, and you get to divide 2 other damage however you choose, whether it be to get blockers out of the way or go straight to the opponent's face. We've also got 4 copies of Lightning Bolt and 4 copies of Mutagenic Growth, yet another free spell in our deck that allows us to both pump up Kiln Fiend and Nivix Cyclops for cheap, and it also pumps that creature for +2/+2 until end of turn, which is very useful for ending games, but also getting our Kiln Fiend out of Lightning Bolt range or just pumping it out of combat range. To finish off our spells, we've got 4 copies of Apostle's Blessing. This is another Phyrexian mana card. It's a 2-mana instant that has our target artifact or creature gain protection from artifacts or from the color of our choice until end of turn. This is both used as a protection spell to save our creatures from removal. This is a pretty good way to make our creature basically unblockable unless they're playing creatures of multiple colors, which happens, but it's not all that frequent, and it allows us to control combat a lot better. And then finally, we have 3 copies of Temur Battle Rage. This is a 2-mana instant, and it gives our creature double strike, but that creature also gains trample if we control a creature with power 4 or greater, which we pretty much always will if we have a Nivix Cyclops or Kiln Fiend in play. And this is going to allow us to have those very, very fast kills on turn 4 or even 3. To round out the main deck, we've got 8 mountains, 5 islands, and 4 Swiftwater Cliffs. In the sideboard, we have 2 copies of Hydroblast, 2 copies of Spell Pierce, 3 copies of Elite Trickery, 4 copies of Pyroblast, 2 copies of Flaring Pain, and 2 copies of Thermo Alchemist. I feel like all of these are pretty self-explanatory, but Thermo Alchemist is basically there so that we can play around certain decks like Stonehorn Dignitary decks or Foglocks so that we can actually still get through those last bits of damage, and it interacts very, very well with all of our free spells and Manamorphoses and cantrips and things. So we can easily deal 3-4 damage a turn with this Thermo Alchemist, so it's a very, very good threat in our deck. So that is eye candy. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the games.